Hey DIYers, Dylan here with Alarm Grid. Today's video is going to be reviewing how many total wireless zones do I have with my IQ Panel 4. So the system comes in different flavors of RF support. There is the 345 panel, the 319.5 panel, and the 433 panel. So those are essentially different RF sensor types that are going to work with the system. And each version of the IQ4 also works with PowerG wireless sensors as well. So essentially the total number of zones for the system is going to be 128. So you can have 128 wireless sensors programmed to each version of the system, and that's going to be a mix of the PowerG devices as well as the legacy RF devices. That's the 345, the 319.5, and the 433. And then just real quick, so 345 is usually Honeywell or 2 gig sensors. 319.5, that's going to be the default frequency for Qolsys. Those are Qolsys sensors. And then 433 is the DSC wireless sensors. PowerG is also technically DSC, but it works on its own frequency. And it, like I said, it's compatible with each version of the system, so you don't have to worry too much about what version you have if you're using those PowerG sensors. Now, you can also set up wired sensors with the system if you have a wired to wireless converter. So if you have the IQ Panel 4 that works with the 319.5 frequency, you're going to want to look into getting the Qolsys 16F hardwired translator. That's going to allow you to connect existing wired zones to that device and then have those programmed wirelessly to the system itself. Now, when you program those are going to take up the zone numbers. So say if you have the full 16 wired zones that are allowed on that device, and you move it over to the Qolsys panel, that's 16 wireless zones that you're using. Now, if you have the 345 version of the panel, you have a couple options for a converter for that. You can use either the 2 gig Take 345 or the Honeywell 5800 C2W. Either of those allow for about 8 wired zones to be set up with the converter. And again, same idea, programs wirelessly to the panel, takes the number of zones as the number of hardwired zones you're using on that device. So there is a PowerG version of a converter as well, and that's going to work with any of the types of Qolsys IQ4 panels you have. That is the PG9WLSHW8. Quite a mouthful. So again, same idea as the others. You connect the wired sensors to the device, programs wirelessly to the Qolsys system. That way you can use wired sensors with your wireless system. And again, how many wired zones you use on that device is how many wireless zones you're going to take up when you start programming those. Okay, so that was a quick rundown of how many zones the Qolsys panel supports, the IQ Panel 4. Just as a recap, it's 128. These can be wireless sensors, or you can get wired to wireless converters as well, and you can even mix and match. So if you have some wired with that converter and then others just wireless, they can also be programmed to the system as long as you are under that 128 zone limit. If you have any questions regarding the system or interested in getting this set up with us, feel free to give us a call at 888-818-7728. You can reach us by email as well. Our email address is support@alarmgrid.com. We have an online chat, so just hop onto our website, www.alarmgrid.com. The chat will pop up for you. Feel free to ask any questions through there as well. If you did like this video, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell icon to be notified for any upcoming videos. And we hope you enjoyed the content. My name is Dylan from Alarm Grid, and hope you have a great day.